Crap. Quail like crap. Seems like they do, to be honest. So here's the backstory, and here's a quick update on what's been going on with the quail. Um, they seem to like this horse manure. So this is horse manure mixed with some kind of wood shavings that I got from a guy. I got a whole load in my truck, and also there's a pile of straw over there, and some straw here. So two things. I just moved them into a new spot. As you can see, it's real nice and green. They've been pecking at the greenery, as they always do when I move them. So that's funny. He's going after those seeds. Good on you, going for the grass seeds. Of course, they're grain eaters, so grass seeds are good. But anyway, so in the last spot I put some of the straw down, and they really liked it. They tunneled in it. They like to get nestled in it and things like that. And it was cool. They seemed to really enjoy it. I'm sure there's some seed in there maybe from other stuff and bugs that were in it. But they really liked it. They scratched it around, and it was good. Um, so I'll probably do that for this one too, because it's also a good mulch over the grass, because I'm trying to kill the grass so I can make garden beds, which I don't want this grass in. But I took a shovel full of this horse manure compost. It's really not that composted, and I tossed it in here, and they seem to actually like it. They're digging through it, they're scratching. There you go. And they're obviously finding something of interest, something of value in it. So, you know, I'm not a microbiologist. I don't have a microscope to know what exactly they're going after. But just through observation, I can tell they like it. Man, that little guy's really spreading it around too. And so, I may put some more in as well. And it would be really cool to get, maybe a layer. I could just put a pile, fling it all over the place. Not great for the water. They're gonna put a bunch of crap in their water, but I'll just keep an eye on that and get it changed out often. But anyway, it's just interesting how there's things that people are getting rid of. I got all this horse manure for free, of course. Don't ever pay for it, especially in Florida. There's a ton of horses in Florida, and all the horse manure you can get for free. So this guy, he bagged it up, or he put it in trash cans, and I just dumped it in the back of my truck, and got a bunch of it. He had in like 4 50-gallon trash cans, so 200. Oh, it was probably over 200 gallons because he had some other containers as well. So over 200 gallons of horse manure and wood shavings. So I've got that in my compost over there by that big tree, and I just fill it completely up, and it's already started to break down quite a bit. So, yeah, that's a free resource that is obviously beneficial to my quail, and it definitely is going to be beneficial to my. Look, he's trying to get some into his feathers. That's funny and weird, but it's definitely going to be beneficial for my soil. Also, definitely ask people if they spray anything on their pastures. And this guy said he doesn't spray anything on his pastures, so I believe him. He seemed like a really nice guy. Obviously, he was incentivized to say he didn't, just so I would take it, because he's trying to get rid of it. But I've had some stuff grow out of it, and the stuff I've grown out of it has not shown any sign of having a broadleaf herbicide on it. So the leaves are forming just fine. So basically all that means is he was telling the truth, and I'm not seeing any negative effects as of yet. But that is something to be concerned about. Just ask. Most people are truthful. I don't know. I feel like people that do farming stuff are for the most part fairly truthful. But anyway, quail are doing really well. They're healthy. I'm really happy with that brown quail. She's probably my biggest one. And I believe it's a female. Her markings, I believe, would confirm that. Let's get a different little perspective here, especially on this fluffy one. That's so funny. It's dust bathing in wood chips and manure. That's a first for me. I have not seen that. So as you can see, I can stick my hand in here with the quail, and they just really don't seem to mind. Also, as far as like handling goes, I don't just jump in here and stick my hand in straight away. I I kind of watch. I move around a little bit so that they know I'm here, and then I go in. And so it's just kind of a minute of observing what's going on with the quail, and then getting into taking care of them, adding manure or videoing or whatever it is, changing water. These guys found something interesting over here. They're pecking at. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they do either, but that's how they are. They peck at stuff even if they don't know what it is, because that's how you find out what it is. So I'm enjoying experimenting with this system and just trying different things, seeing what works, seeing what I like, seeing what works in my context. If there's a takeaway from any of these videos, it's try what your context offers you. My context offered me free manure, so I tossed some in there. This guy really seems to like it. Quail are just hilarious. I don't know if I made a video about it before, but he changed positions. Sometimes I lay down with their legs sticking out, and it's totally normal. Sometimes they've done that because they've injured themselves, but this is just funny that he's dust bathing in manure. It's gross. It's gross to us, but this quail seems to enjoy it, so I'm not going to sit here and argue with the quail about what's good for it and what's not. If it doesn't like it, should avoid it, which is why I stuck it on one side of the cage. I didn't stick it in the middle or near their water, because if they didn't like it, then they could avoid it, on the other side. But another thing is, there was kind of a hole over here, and I filled it with manure, and I started pecking at it through the wire. See it up against the wire there, and I was like, oh, and that's what gave me the idea. And so I was like, well, all right, I'll toss them in here and see how they like it. And it's pretty clear that they do like it. They're getting a double value out of it. They're getting obviously some kind of food, and this guy's dust bathing, so that's just weird and hilarious. But like I said, it's hard to argue with these animals when they do this kind of stuff, because it's apparent they like it, and if they like it, it's probably good for them. So it's just kind of the way I look at it. Alright. One day I'll just go live for hours and stick my phone in here and just let you guys watch them go about their business. Because in my opinion, it's very relaxing to me to watch them. I can totally understand the old man at the park feeding the pigeons. It's just something very cathartic, I guess, about watching the animals and watch them pecking and scratching and bathing. It's just funny. Yeah, they all want to be on the side with the manure now. Look at all this lush and green. Nope, they don't want to be on that. They want to be in the horse manure. That's funny. So, anyway, I think that's all I got for you guys today. Quail and crap. There you go.